Taking on prepaid debit cards, good for consumers or a ripoff? Joining us are Phyllis Salowe-Kaye of New Jersey Citizens Action and Laura Mattia of Barron Financial. Laura, we'll start with you. You say debit cards are a good thing. Why?
Well, debit cards are very convenient for people to use. And they're also cards that people can actually obtain. Sometimes they're not able to get credit cards, for example.
Phyllis, what's the problem with prepaid cards?
Well, there's often high fees that are connected with these cards, and that the consumer using the card has no idea that every time they use the card, they're being charged these additional fees.
But the writing is there. Don't they read? Don't they know?
Well, they should know. Sometimes the print is very small. Sometimes people
You know, Phyllis, though, there's no excuse for that. I'm sorry. People need to start reading. People need to become accountable for the financial tools that they use. And just because the print is small is no excuse.
Well, sometimes the tools are marketed to college students, new immigrants, people who've just gone through a financial crisis, and they are targeted for these products, and they grab them because they need a credit card to rent a car, to get a hotel room, and they often just are not financially sophisticated enough to know that every time their paycheck is deposited in the card, it costs money.
Yeah.
Every time they check their balance.
So what we're basically saying is because people aren't responsible, we shouldn't have the product available for those that can be responsible.
The federal government believes that credit card companies that are issuing these cards are not properly advising people, and there's legislation that's about to be passed by Congress that would increase the notifications, increase the print, and increase the information that the people using these cards.
But Laura, don't you think that prepaid credit cards are really preying on low-income people?
Look, it's absolutely a tool to provide to people that don't have other options for themselves. So absolutely, it is a product for them. And I'm not saying that there shouldn't be better disclosure, more transparency. As a matter of fact, I'm a big advocate for the bills that are currently being passed through Congress. So I would love to see better regulation.
I hear
but at the end of the day, it can't be about just regulation, because the government, nobody can fully regulate everything.
We just saw a story of a prepaid debit card holder who lost his card and had a hard time getting help from the company that issued it. What can a person do if they find themselves in that kind of situation?
Well, they need to go to a HUD-certified credit counseling like New Jersey Citizen Action. Speak with them. We can try and get them through the mess of trying to get the credit card company to be accountable. They need to get help. They need to contact the Department of Banking or Consumer Affairs, because there's no reason for that. It's also, these cards make it very difficult.
People need to understand, when you're carrying cash, if you're carrying a couple $100s on your person, you need to know that you're carrying that and you could lose it. Okay, so now you're carrying a piece of plastic. That piece of plastic represents money, and you need to be responsible for it. So, but yes, there's a problem when people lose.
But there's a problem that a prepaid credit card, you have much more difficulty returning an item in a store than you do with a regular credit card.
Right, because it's
so
like
there
cash.
are differences.
Right.
There are differences.
Right.
And consumers have been used to using just regular credit cards. This is a new product. You're absolutely right. There needs to be additional financial
apparently
education.
We all have to adjust, and we'll have to wrap up the discussion there. Laura Mattia and Phyllis Salowe-Kaye, thanks for helping us take on this issue.